Today is Sunday, April the 4th, opening day for the 2010 baseball season. Last season, the last week or two of the season was overwhelmed by calls and complaints about Major League umpires. Unjustified, as you will hear in the next few minutes. And the use of replay, which was the main complaint and the main concern that people had and the media had, is not really something that will solve the problem. It doesn't work. I would like to share with you now something that I have put together in the fall of 2009, right after this terrible onslaught by the media regarding Major League Baseball umpires' competency. You cannot use replay in baseball for the following reasons. Most plays do not end at the time of the corrected call. Some plays do end, meaning time is called, as a result of the correction. Consider the following situations. Loaded bases, 1 out. A fly ball is ruled foul as it lands near the foul line. Replay shows that the ball was fair. If this call is reversed, where would the runners be placed? Now the defense will argue that they would have easily been able to retire one or more of the runners had the call been initially correct. Now, getting a call right isn't as easy or equitable as one might think. Consider now this same situation occurring with 2 outs. After the replay gets the call right, what happens with the placement of runners who are running at the crack of the bat, or even sooner if it was a full count? The offense, who just benefited from the corrected call, will argue that their runners would have advanced further than the bases given to them by the umpires, who now have this newborn responsibility. Remember, in both of these situations, the runners stopped running when the ball was called foul, which is normal and natural and is never going to change, because that's baseball. Now, the replay may only take moments to correct the original call, but the resulting discussions, or should I say arguments, will cause much longer delays, something that Major League Baseball is concerned about. Who knows? We might need a replay of the replay to see if the umps are placing the runners correctly, or to see if the defensive manager's complaint about placement of the runners is valid. Hey, maybe we could have a replay booth behind the plate, so one of the umpires can go under the hood to review the replay of the replay so that we get it right. Oh, and yes, we will have to put in a new rule. No replay arguments. Yeah, that'll work. Let me give you another example. Runners on first and second, 1 out. On a line drive to the outfield, the umpire rules a catch. The replay shows it was tracked. If the call is changed, what happens to the runners who headed back toward their original bases thinking it was a catch? Suppose one of the runners is tagged out going back to the base they think they left too soon on the catch, which is now not a catch, because thanks to replay, we got the call right. I guess we're back to the ROTR, the replay of the replay. Now what? Well, what if the original batted ball was called a trap, but the replay shows it was a catch? What happens to the runners who never tagged up? What if the outfielder throws to second, either forcing the runner from first, or is he trying to double up the runner who never tagged up from the second? Who knows? Wow, isn't replay great? Just get it right. The world says that. I know what to do. Just go to the ROTR. Hurry up, Lou, get under that hood. Another example. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. The shortstop fields a grounder, and his throw to first causes the first baseman to stretch as the umpire calls the batter runner out to end the inning. Replay now shows that the first baseman came off the bag to receive the throw. Great. Replay corrected the human error. Now what happens to the runners who stopped running when the inning ended? Nobody knows. How can they? The TV commercials have already started. The batting team argues that their runner would have scored from second had the call been originally correct. The defense rebuts that argument, claiming that they would have easily thrown out the runner from second when he rounded third, had they known the inning wasn't really over, thanks to replay. Oh no, back to the ORTR, back in the hood again. These three situations show only a small sampling of the complications involved in making the dangerous attempt to bring expanded replay into baseball. The real problem with this outcry for replay stems from the same age-old perception by outsiders, those who don't umpire, who think that anyone can umpire, because how hard can it be? Umpires who know the game and its rules are not enticed by the notion that getting the call right is all that matters. Rather, they realize, unlike the outsiders, that there are infinitely many situations which inhibit the use of replay. Even if non-umps agreed that the number of situations was endless, they would clamor for a predetermined list of reviewable plays, again thinking they will live with this concession until the next unforeseen situation drives them back to their fan-like mindset as they rant, "Killy ump, we need more replay." Let's take a look at a few more plays that the outsiders think should be subject to replay. There's a runner on second and a runner on third, and there are two out. The batter swings and misses for strike three. The catcher rolls the ball back toward the mound as he trots towards his dugout. The manager of the batting team argues that the pitch hit the ground. Replay shows that it did. Now suppose the batter started for first, then stopped when he heard the umpire call him out. What did the other runners do? Where are they? Nobody knows. Why should they? The inning is over, remember? Looks like more trouble in the hood. Now wait just a second. Maybe the catcher threw to first just in case he thought the umpire knew the pitch hit the ground. But remember, the umpire had to make an immediate decision as to whether the pitch hit the ground or not, which he's already done when he called the batter out. Now, what if the catcher's throws wild? Well, no replay, no problem. But the moment this very difficult call becomes reviewable, an endless number of problems will surface, which cannot be anticipated by ball players, managers, fans, and most of all announcers, for example, Joe Buck and Tim McCarver,